Hey, people, it's your boy, Chef Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's constant.
Constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here, your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Yeah. Okay. Swerving my Suburbans, swerving in my Suburbans. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try not just when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try not just when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. Riding through the city, dirty money like Diddy. Got a bad chick with me, she want me to stroke a kitty. That kush smoke got me on the highway doing 50, plus your boy on swerve. Like I want the cops to get me, baby girl on the road. Say she like the way I do things, nickname me Staircase. Stepping up my shoe game, slide to the nudie bar, put a couple stacks on it. Find a hotel bed, put a couple backs on it. I'm on swerve, I'm on swerve at the drive-thru, try and keep my tires off the curb. Rock already told you with swagger we stepping. Got the shorty on your arm looking at my retro 7, but that get you quite offended. You look at me with ice grill, I ain't sweating you dog, I'm higher than a light bill. So keep it easy with the move swings. Sucker knuckles stripping no shoestrings. Who bang? Swerving my Suburbans, swerving in my Suburbans. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. In the club with my mans, got a drink in each hand. Mommy bustin' it open, all a boy can say is in. Plus she came with her girls, put them on with the homies. Get a little sweaty, grab a bite at the Shoney's. Swerving my Suburban, I got a few bottles. So rockin' cranberry and I'm stepping on the throttle. Inhale the perp, ooh yeah, like Randy Savage. These chumps hating on me cause they smoking on the average. Fresh pair of Air Max, brand new fitted. You saying something about money?
Cause you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, with this cup like the fountain in you shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could take some moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl.
Hey people, it's your boy Chub Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby, taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Arle Michelle, and your boy, Notty, with the no-show. What do you know? Don't be a no-show. Don't be a know-it-all, but know a lot. Hey, Notty! Uh-oh, Notty, I can't hear you. Oh, you're muted. Uh-oh, Notty is muted. Notty is muted. Notty is muted. Did you unmute Notty?
Yeah, I unmuted.
Welcome.
How you doing?
I'm good. Notty sent me a text. You gonna make it? I was like, of course I'm gonna make it. I be flying in like Superman now, and then watch me.
Right.
I was trying to get my head together. My hair, that's why it's still wet.
Oh.
So that's why I'm over here. It's dripping.
Oh, I see. You got a different do than you had at the pop-up last night.
Yes, I was trying to get it together, child. It's rough on us. It's rough on this natural hair girls. You know what I mean? What y'all know about that?
Yeah.
I don't look like I'm glistening. It's really just water from my hair.
Yeah, what you had going last night was pretty cool though.
I had a big bun on the top. Like
and then you had the two things coming down on the side. I was like, all right.
I was in my what's it called? Anime? I was in my Asian flare.
That's what it looked like. I said, oh, you were looking like a little young girl yesterday.
I like an old lady today?
No, you don't look.
I mean,
you look just a couple years older, but you still look young.
I'm a fight, Daddy. I was about to fight him yesterday. Don't think I ain't forgot. Y'all, Roy Jones Jr. said it when he was boxing. Like, y'all must have forgot. Even though he got knocked out in the third round, he did have a really good phone. That was
What's up, Creole Indian Eagle? Creole Indian Eagle was in the chat early.
Hey, girl, hey.
About 3:43. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey. Welcome. I don't come there. I be, oh, my glasses are dirty. I show up. I'm one of them people that's gonna have to have like a team, and I'm gonna have to come before me because I'm running in the room. Hey, welcome everybody. Okay, let me get my part out. Okay, I'm gone. Yeah, I've been at home all day. I have no reason to be late. Not.
Oh, really?
Not.
Oh, that's a first.
Day two, Natty. Day two.
Oh, day two. You on the street?
I am. I ain't not unlocked my door. I hadn't cut off my alarm. I ain't been outside. I hadn't checked the mail. I stay in this house 2 days.
Oh, that means you got good groceries then.
Nope. That means I ain't eating. I'm drinking plenty of water because I ain't been to the store.
Water and Southern Edge.
Water, yeah, because I did have Southern. That's why I had to shut it down last night. I had that one glass of Southern Edge, and I was like, "Why I'm so tired?" That was why I had not eaten.
Right.
Yeah.
You might want to grab you a bite today. You might want to do some Uber or some DoorDash or something. Well,
I took a bath so I can go outside now.
Oh, okay.
I'm clean. I'm fresh and so clean. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm not dressed so fresh and clean. I got on half PJs, half shirt. So
Oh, okay. So, okay. You got the half top and the half bottom.
I got
Okay.
a business on top, sleep on bottom.
No, okay. Well, that'll work. That'll work. You,
What have you been doing since I saw you last night? Did you watch
uh,
the DNC?
of course not.
This ninja here.
Did you? You watched it?
Yep.
Was
And
it?
did.
Was it entertaining?
Yep. No, it wasn't
Okay.
entertaining. It was very. This is what I said to some. I sent this to my aunts because everybody was sending text messages like, "Oh my God, we're so excited!" Like civility, common sense, just normalcy for me. I'm not a person that like to argue all the time. People might think because I talk a lot, I want to argue, or I went to law school, I want to argue. Like I have a law degree. That's not why I went to law school. That's a whole nother couch moment. But
Okay.
I don't want to argue with people. I don't want to be arguing
Right.
this stuff that Trump does all the time and JD Vance and Marjorie Taylor Greene, all that.
Oh
Don't nobody want
yeah.
to do all that. I'm a solutions. I'm the oldest. And so I'm not a boy, but my daddy was very big on teaching me a couple of key things. And one of those was that if you come in with a problem, come with a solution. He wouldn't let me
Right.
complain about the girls' basketball team when I was in middle school. They would lose. They lost every game. They sorry. He said, well, did you go out there and try to play? I said, no, why? I don't play basketball. Well, then stop talking about it. If you're not going to do anything about it, then don't talk about it. It's not for you to, if there is something like some stuff you can't do anything about. Like I can't
Right.
go and fix, somebody's relationship and I'm not in that. But the things that you can, then don't be over here complaining about it. And so I can't get down with all this arguing and stuff we doing. I don't even like to argue with. Once I get my piece or say something, I'm good.
Right. Was the DNC, was it informative?
I felt like it's really like a big pep rally.
No,
Because
okay.
for most of us, we're gonna vote for who we're gonna vote for anyway. There's probably not a lot of changing minds. I think it's called cognitive dissonance. I might have the wrong term, where people are already set in their ways, and no matter what proof or information you give them, they're not changing.
Right.
But I'm one that if you come with some facts about something, like what I did learn was when people are always spin, he ain't done nothing for nobody, not him, but just anybody they name. I'm good to go look it up for myself and realize that people
Right.
often spin. It didn't go the way you wanted it, so you didn't do nothing for nobody, or it wasn't the most. And let me say a caveat. I learned a long time ago. My godmother was a principal at a high school. My parents have run stuff before, and I've had to be in charge, but not on a big level like that. A lot of times people, if you're in charge, like if you're the principal of the school and you have all these departments, you got math, you got language, you got, English, social studies, you have all this stuff. The English
Correct.
department wants this, the math department wants that, the ROTC wants this. But you have to make a decision for the whole school, not each department. And likely math ain't gonna be happening when you get English, whatever it is. So you sometimes have to do stuff that's unpopular with one section, but it works for the good of the order. That's what I used to always put at the end of any of my agendas, for the good of the order. Everybody not gonna be happy all the time. Even in your house, if it ain't but 2 kids, one of them gonna be mad. I stayed mad at my brother because I would say, I'm getting daiquiri ice cream. You need to get the same one because I don't want to share. My mama wouldn't make him. Then he would come over there. I want ice cream. Mama, make her give me. What did my mama say? Let your brother taste it. Just let him taste it.
Right.
Well, her opinion was not popular for all
I
of us
feel
in that
you.
house, but it worked for her to have some peace. So I
Right.
get it. So that's how I think about a
Right.
lot of those things. I'm not
Well,
gonna
you-
get what I want. I want reparations. I'm probably not gonna get that in the way
You
that I
probably
think.
not, because the candidates that supposedly look like us don't advocate for us. So, but we'll get into
I don't
that.
say they're not advocating. I say that, and I think that's what I learned about so much of this. They're not really teaching us civics in school. They're not teaching civics.
No.
So many of us think that you just go in there and you in charge so you can make a decision. It doesn't work like that. Even
Right.
if she wanted to give us reparations, somebody got to vote on it. She can't make an executive order. Like that.
That's been my whole point. The presidents don't make the laws.
Right.
You got to go
So-
through the Congress, and you got to go through a whole system of things that have to happen. You got to get 66% of the vote from the Congress. They'll put it on your desk now. A bill, a president can suggest a bill, and that can be vetoed.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a whole system of things. That's why, and I'll be breaking down, because I've been talking to some people, some law women today, and
you get ready for me.
Now they've been sending me information. I've been dabbing more into the Project 2025. So they've been trying to help me formulate things that a Negro needs to know about Project 2025, and that'll probably come next week. I got something else for this week, but next week we'll be breaking down Project 2025 and discussing what it actually is and what impact it could possibly have on the country if it's even a thing.
Well, I think a lot of it, if I can be honest, they try to scare us into so many things. It's because I get all these texts, but there is, I also know it's just like if you don't pay attention to the signs and then the stuff happens, you're like, wait a minute, because it's so many parts of that. We can act like it can't happen, but it can. It can.
Anything is possible. You say that the DNC last night was like a big pep rally.
I felt like it was a pair. It was for me. It was good to see civility. It was good to see people. Michelle Obama made a comment and she was like, I think Trump's biggest issue with us, it was too highly intelligent, highly compared, like whatever she used some phrases, Black people. And I do feel like they think, just like Trump said one of them years when LeBron James said something about, I can't remember the subject. It was something. He's like, he needs to shut up and dribble. And I disagree with it. I disagree with that altogether. If you have a platform, I think you need to use it for your good. And that's what
I agree.
LeBron James, that's what I was all for Kaepernick taking a knee. All for it. And people said, that's at your job. You wouldn't go to your job and take no knee. I said, well, if I had some power and I'm supposed to be fighting for the people, because a snake don't care who it bites. So if they coming for me, you today, tomorrow could be my day. So if you don't speak up against bullying, against things that are happening, it could be on you. So when he did it, he had the platform for I wish to do it. So yeah, I'm all over the place today. Excuse me, y'all.
When I was in high school, we used to have these pep rallies on like Fridays, maybe for the football game or the basketball game, what's going on. And usually you went to the pep rally because you had school spirit and you want to go team go. You want to fight for your team. So a pep rally is only good for the people that are room for that team. So it was good. It was positive for you to attend the DNC, even from afar, from your TV or whatever. It was a positive thing for you because that's your team. You room for it. Go team. But that's not my team. I don't associate myself with either of the gangs, whether it's Republican or Democrat. I associate myself with the people,
but the people make up the teams, the gangs.
No, the people don't make up the gangs. You got gangs and then you got people who are civilized human beings and want to live according to righteousness, so.
But how do you do that in a system like you don't live in a place that allows that?
You do live in a place that allows that. It's called the planet Earth. Your first my first loyalty in the way is to the Most High Universe. I follow the laws of humanity, and then under the laws of humanity, you got all these systems down here, these isms, whether it's capitalism, fascism, you got dictatorship, right? You got all these isms that are governing bodies that people have to live under, Marxism, and based on which one you live under, you do your best to play by those rules. I will say that the people who dedicate themselves to that game, they seem to prosper more in that game as opposed to people who decide not to be totally a part of that. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more difficult and you got to do things a little different. But at the end of the day, we all humans and it's always going to be humanity over civility. I don't care what people try to do.
Maybe because we're in a different generation, maybe because I grew up in a different state and had a different experience growing up. A lot of our experiences dictate how we respond to and think about things. Who reared us? Nature versus nurture. I was raised with parents who were in the struggle. My mama went to an all-white medical school, not by choice. She really was supposed to go to Meharry, but some things happened. I happened. And then she ended up in Minnesota. So the stories that I've been told by being born in a state like Mississippi, and Georgia is his cousin, so I don't know how you any different. Georgia, it's something about y'all Decatur dudes in the 40s, because it's a dude that used to play in the band with us that went to Columbia. Oh my
really?
God! Every Saturday when we would be on our gigs, he would be ready. We'd be ready to fight him because he had been listening to a lot of talk radio, and he was on them channels with the people who all that pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of stuff. How I'm gonna pull myself up by my bootstraps? I don't even have boots. Let's just be real. We all saw Glory. Let's talk about it. But I struggle with those conversations because I just don't see how you don't see it. And I don't know how to make you see. Y'all are so like, honey, this is what it is. And I'm but the most and righteous and blah. And you're like, oh, okay, then let's see how that works for you when the police pull you over. And
that's the thing. What I struggle with people all the time is I grew up in the same system that most of everybody grew up in, the same programming that everybody grew up. So I understand capitalism, but a lot of people who understand that capitalistic point of view, they don't understand a humanitarian point of view. So they don't understand me, but I understand them 100%. I came up in it. I went to public school. I watched the same TV programming you watch. I listened to the same music that you listened to growing up. It's no different. I get it, but can you understand this other side? And a lot of people don't understand the other side, even though they claim to be, this and that. They got their Bible and they got all this. Well, it's a lot of divine wisdom in the Bible. It's a lot of divine wisdom in the Quran. It's a lot of divine wisdom in the Kabbalah.
I mean, they're books made by men, so I don't. I understand people not wanting to follow any of that because they're books written by men.
You don't have to follow it. I mean, you can get divine wisdom just by going outside and experiencing the earth, experiencing nature, looking at, learning, looking at animals, looking at the trees, understand how crop grow, understand the relationship between the earth and the moon. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get this divine wisdom.
Right. I don't deny that. I don't deny that. But anyway, that's that is a never ending debate. It's one of those things that you see it how you see it, and I respect how you see it. There's a clip of something Michelle Obama, and I don't know if you received, I sent it to you all late.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
Play when we got to an opportunity to do that, because she eloquently explained why I say we got to get out and vote and do what we have to do.
Well, check this out. We're going to take a short break. When we get back from this short break, we're going to get into Arle is doing too much. And I know you got some clips from Obama from last night. You got some clips from Michelle. We're going to share that with the people, and then we'll discuss it.
Yes, people. Know-it-alls. We'll be right back.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Mama, you doing too much.
Y'all, that's me all the time, doing too much. That's why I slid into the no show today. But I have a clip that I want Notty to share with everybody. And it's Notty, the reason I thought about this as doing too much, and it technically it's not doing too much, but it might be too much. But last night we were talking about the message that Plies posted on Instagram about making sure that you are, if you are in a relationship with somebody, you need to be able, they need to be doing something that nobody else can do. So you can't get whatever they doing anywhere else. And he ain't talking about no sex or whatever. And then I was talking about, don't nobody want to break the Nutsi. And then you were like, it cannot be broken. I done tried, you know, which is funny to me.
Right.
So last night at the DNC, Democratic National Convention, Barack Obama, you know, because unfortunately, Donald Trump be talking about everything but policy. He just everywhere but policy. And he keeps worrying about, like, even when he won president the first time and they were talking about nobody was at his inauguration, and they showed pictures, aerial views. He's like, mine was bigger than anybody else's. And he's just obsessed with how many people and how big something is and all that kind of stuff. And so my doing too much moment tonight is going to be in reference to that. Not specifically crowd size, but size.
Oh, size no matter.
Play it, Notty.
A constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
I mean,
his moment has, of course, gone viral because of the hand gesture, not
right
what he said. So I was so tickled by that because that had been brought up before. And I think it was in reference to like shoe size or something. So I want to ask you and all the men and women out there in this wonderful know-it-all land, like, does size matter?
When it comes to what? Anything? I mean, if it comes to basketball, I mean,
Spud Webb played basketball.
Yeah,
he
did.
Great.
And Muggsy Bogues did too.
Muggsy Bogues.
You're correct. They did play. Yeah, I guess it don't. I guess it don't matter because I can any sport. Size doesn't matter if it's. I mean, now I think if you're an entertainer and your revenue is based on, or your stature is based on selling tickets, and you're in the stadium that seats with 20, 30,000 people, and you only get 30 people, I mean, that's gonna stop your money, you know, as opposed to if you got 30,000 people. So I think crowd size can matter, you know, for certain issues. I think that's where Trump is going. He's trying to say, I got all these people here, so look how many people support me. Look how many people backing me. So y'all need to get on the bandwagon. If all these people vote for me, y'all should vote for me too. The problem is he don't really got the crowd size that he claim he has all the time. So, you know, he's trying to manipulate the game.
Did you watch the movie Did you watch the TV show Scandal? I don't think you really.
No, I didn't like that. I mean, I didn't, because I didn't.
That was my show for the first couple of seasons. I love me some Kerry Washington. One day that'll be me running a whole of a whole show.
You know, Kerry Washington, she's an attractive female. And this is just something real. I'm gonna just keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
I got to. But for me, and I know it's not just me, but I'm just gonna speak for myself. Seeing a black woman with a white man is just hard for me to. Definitely, if she's attractive.
How you think we feel? Blink, blink. Oh my God! Every time I see it, I'm like, really, sister? Really, brother? I got friends that still single, brother.
And I think on the other end, I mean, based on my experience and what I understand about, you know, white history, I think white men view it the same way. I mean, there's a lot of black men got lynched because
a lot of them
white women were attracted to them. You know,
y'all look good. Y'all pretty.
Well, you know, and they don't like that. So
of course not.
So I think and I've been in a situation where I've been in the club and I saw a nice looking Latino woman and they wanted to get next to her, and the Mexicans was looking at me like, nah, don't pull up over here. Like underlay, like no. So
which goes back to the crowd size matters, because they always people have said to me that have had opportunities to be with both, that generally brothers carry larger tools than non-brothers. And so I think that's the joke too about size matters, because there was something said, something I should have found what they had some beef before he and Obama about some size and all that kind of stuff. And so I think this friend of mine used to say she liked smaller men because she could twirl on it easier than being with the bigger dude, because you got to just kind of focus. So yeah, I think size matters, but not for the reasons people think. I think big is not always better. Crowds and basketball and football and otherwise.
Well, maybe now that you got the internet, and people can watch like these programs, the DNC, you can watch all these programs from the comfort of your own home, or hell, while you're in your car, wherever you want to be, that the crowds may not be that significant. But if these people are paying money to show up to these conventions, whether it's the RNC or the DNC, then I'm pretty sure that money is going into some sort of funding, whether it's for the campaign or whatever is going towards
convention center.
Right. So I mean, crowd size. I mean, unless you're just selling tickets for $15,000 a pop or something like that, then you can have smaller sizes. But if you're just doing $30 to $100, $150, then you're gonna need the most people that you can possibly get into that arena, and that way you can put on a better show, because it's all a show at the end of the day. Like you said, it's a big pep rally, right?
It's getting everybody riled up. But I do agree that people are. I've been telling folks, Trump has been harassing us for about 18 years now, because he started with the birther, movement, saying Obama was not a citizen and all that kind of stuff. That was like 2 years before he ran, maybe, or right when he ran. So
right.
2008.
Right.
We in 2024. Obama reminded us last year was 16 years ago when he took office. So we've been catching it for 16 years. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
But Donald Trump ain't been in office them whole 16 years. There was
he was
another man in that office for 4 of them years.
For 2008 to 2012 to 2000 8, 12
to 16 was Obama.
So from 2008 2016
was Obama.
He harassed Obama. So he was present every day in the news. It was something. Then 2016 he ran and won. 2016, 2020 we had him. Now he's harassed us another 4 years.
He only won one term. He was on there for 4 years.
I didn't say he was in office.
Honestly, and in my opinion, I know this might be unpopular, but Donald Trump was one of the best presidents we had. From my start, I started doing better when Donald Trump was in office than I had done in any other presidential term.
When you say doing better, what can you clarify, please?
Business was better. Then COVID happened. Now I'm gonna give some credit to COVID, because COVID got a lot of people out the way, and with people being out the way, the people like myself,
dead.
No, I mean whether they were dead or they decided to not come out the house no more, or I think the universe was working in my favor, because I was out. I was
all money ain't good money.
No, but I was making it legal. Even if it wasn't that, it ain't all tied to money, just the quality of living.
So your living was better under Trump? What were you doing that was so much? What was so much better?
I was just doing what I always do, but I ain't have no restrictions. Everything became wide open.
So okay, so you've said that the national level, that doesn't affect you at all in a way. You make sure that you vote for your local politicians, because
right. And I do the.
So how was Trump?
And I do the same thing for the Senate, and I'll try to I like to have the right people in the House of Representatives too. Because
so how was that affecting you? If it don't ever affect you, how did it affect you better with Trump being in office? I don't understand.
I'm just saying, it was like I said, I gotta give a lot of it to COVID, because COVID came while Trump was in office. So when that happened, a lot of rules started to be changed, sort of say, and a lot of people was living in fear, so they stayed at home. They didn't want to go nowhere. They didn't want to be around people, and for whatever reason, that opened up a whole lane for myself, for me to be able to, because I was still out there working for people. People still have me come over and do things, and so business became better for me. Also, you had during that time, and I'm not just speaking for myself, And even though I didn't take the PPP loan, but a lot of people got money out of that PPP loan and was able to get into business for themselves, so it helped a lot of people,
But you could only get the PPP loan if you had a business. So they got it
well,
illegally.
well, a lot of people, I mean, people getting money. I don't know how they were getting their money. I ain't getting none. Trust me. I was like, I don't want to be taking nothing from the government as far as no loan because you got to pay that back. But a lot of
Absolutely.
people were getting that money and then they started to quit their jobs and start doing things for themselves on the independent level, and they did better, So I don't necessarily
You
see it.
attribute that to, and I'm just want to make sure I'm clear because what I learned in counseling, I want to make sure I hear you clearly. And in law, you're attributing your success to
No,
Donald J. Trump and
I'm
COVID
saying he was the president that was
at
in
the
office
time.
doing,
Mhm.
yes,
But did
during
he
that
make
time.
any specific laws that you're saying were very helpful, or really it was COVID?
I mean, COVID had a lot to do with it.
Mhm.
During COVID, remember, Donald Trump was
Oh, I
one of the
remember.
ones that said we need to keep running the economy. We need to keep the country open. A lot of Democrats was like, nah, we need to shut it down.
Oh,
We
and
need
I
to put
agree.
these
We were
vaccines.
going, we were
We need
unable
to
to go
do
to
this,
funerals.
do that. I totally disagreed with that.
So you don't think COVID was a real thing either?
I'm saying it like this. It's either two ways to think about COVID. Either COVID was man-made, which is evil, or COVID was, and I don't like to give them that much credit for being that genius or ingenious, or COVID came from a higher power. And if that's the case, then it ain't.
But regardless of where it came from, did it actually exist? That's my question. I don't care who made it. If it dropped out the sky, if Martians brought it, do you think it was a real thing?
No, I don't think it was a real thing. At the end of the day, I think it was one of the greatest hoaxes in America, up there with
So
9/11.
the people that died, 90. Oh, okay. Oh, we need to take a break, everybody, because Arle don't have no response. I don't even know what to say. These are the people. It's Columbia High School. Didn't you say you went to Columbia?
Yeah, I went to Columbia High
It's
School.
Columbia High School because you just like this dude. I used to have to, oh God, he used to drive my nerves. And I had to learn not to even have conversations with him because it
So
was
you
so
think two planes went
outlandish.
into 2 buildings and not 3 buildings down? You believe that?
I'm not, I think we're having two different conversations.
Okay,
I'm not
okay,
saying that it wasn't a thing or
okay.
I don't know who did it. I feel like it was one of those situations. It
Oh,
could have been one of those situations where we all needed to become allies again as Americans, and this is the way to bring us all together.
correct.
Could have been that.
And
But whatever it was, some people really did die.
what did
Like
COVID
people
do?
did
I
die.
mean, hell, some people
Whatever
died when Donald Trump supposedly got shot in the face. But did he really get shot in the face?
No, he didn't.
Okay, but some people died. I don't know when they had their
Not even
funeral.
4,000 people died. Close to 4,000 people. Come on. And COVID, it was up
I
there.
mean,
And I
that's
know a lot of people
unfortunate.
feel like they
It's
padded the
unfortunate.
numbers, but you can't pad
Guess
up
what?
to the hundreds of thousands, almost a million
It's
people.
unfortunate
Can't do
that, that people got done in by an inside job just so they can start room for the country and going
But
out
they didn't
there.
make us root. They didn't make us root for the country. They didn't
Oh yeah,
do
they
that for
did.
that reason. If
They did. They blamed it on terrorists and they blamed it on the Muslims and they blamed it on foreigners. And
Chinese,
right.
but Trump blamed it on the Chinese.
The
Trump did.
COVID was blamed on the Chinese and the Asian Americans went through hell during the COVID
I know.
situation.
Okay.
So I mean, it's
James Cooper,
unfortunate.
I agree. Notty has lost me. I need a
I lost a lot of
shot.
people because
I need a
people
shot of
don't.
liquor.
People like to go off whatever they see on the TV or whatever
No,
they see on social media instead of doing their own homework
I
and using common sense.
so you're putting me in the group with the people that didn't use
I'm
common
not
sense.
putting you in no group.
You
I
just said
respect your
people
mind.
don't, and I'm one that's disagreeing with you, so that would put me in the group of people.
Look, I asked you a simple question. Do you believe two planes flew into 2 buildings and knocked 3 buildings down? And if you believe that, then we
And
are
I'm not
on
an
a
engineer,
different page.
so I don't. Okay, let me start over. I don't think that you and any other people in this entire universe need to attribute your success to Donald J.
I
Trump.
didn't contribute my success to
You
Donald
said
Trump.
I have to say
said he was in
president
office.
we had because I did really well under his
He
presidency.
was one of the best presidents we had. I think how he handled COVID, I think it was better than how Joe Biden handled COVID. I think how he helped people out when who was in dire straits, who needed the money. I think that was a positive
not the
thing.
Department of Treasury. It was Donald Trump who did that. That's where y'all get confused.
I mean,
that nigga wanted
so
to put his name on the check so y'all could think he did. He ain't got shit to do with that.
So any other president in office and something positive happened, you want to get him the credit. But
no, I want to.
We don't say. Oh well, no, it was the Treasury Department. Or
when in the history of our life has the treasurer of the United States, the stuff been signed by the president? You know why he did that?
Why
so he
do
could
it?
It's ego. That didn't have nothing to do with him.
Don't every president need that ego?
Sign the stuff to come home to you when you get your IRS check. It don't say the president's name on it. It does not.
Well, I don't get an IRS
the Department of Treasury.
I wouldn't know where to say. I don't get one of those, unfortunately. I appreciate it.
Donald Trump was giving them out. According to you, he was the best time of your life.
Well, he's still the government. Don't get me wrong. I didn't vote for Trump to get in office.
I don't understand how.
I'm only saying that when he was in office, I'm
sorry, Tree.
I'm just saying when he was in office, a lot of positive things happened, especially for black people. I can tell you what happened.
Can we please take a break? Can we?
I was going to say because I can tell you what happened to black people when Obama was in office. But hopefully we can get to this. Don't you got something from Michelle that you want to play?
I want you to. I don't even know if I want to play Michelle right now because you disrespecting these Obamas, and I'm about to have to come through this screen. Thank God we in different places.
Well, you already know I got a whole bunch of ammo for the Obamas that you ain't even got yet. We ain't even touched on it yet.
Just give us one as we go out, Notty. I just want one. You don't have to give me all of it. Don't give me an AK-47 worth. Just give me like a shotgun worth.
You just want a shotgun worth?
Yes.
Oh, I got a lot of notes. Okay. The poverty rate. The poverty rate for African Americans was 25% when President Bush left office. It rose to 28% in 2013. Who was the president in 2013? We don't want to give him that credit though, huh?
If it's his, I'll give it to him.
Okay, he was in office. That's all I'm saying. He was in office. We don't got to give him no credit if we don't want to. He was in office though, so do we give him that credit?
Absolutely. But it's just like when Jimmy Carter got out of office and then all of a sudden Reagan was credited with bringing home the POWs. And that's not how it worked. Oh boy, had worked all them years. Do you know how hard it was for Obama to get anything together while he was in office because they stacked the Senate and the House and he could not pass nothing? Merrick Garland would be one of our Supreme Court justices had they not said, no, you got one more whole year, Obama. They'd never done that in the history of the world. But because he was a black man and he was a Democrat and he was going to put a Democrat
really a black man
in the SCOTUS.
We ain't gonna even...
What?
Yeah, I get that later. According to the Department, hold on, I'm gonna get to that later. I'll touch on that in a minute. I got some photos and everything. According to the Department of Labor, when President Obama took office in January 2008, the black unemployment rate was 12.7%. The worst black
25 in 2013, 28 in 2013.
Hold on. The worst black unemployment under Obama was 16.8. In March of 2011, a 28-year high. It was the highest it had ever been in 28 years.
Does anybody in any of your research, because we talked about stats, what I learned
Department of Labor.
Statistics is that people can make the numbers do what they want them to do.
I said that was I named my sources according to the Department of Labor. Right.
They give any attributing factors to what you're talking about. Just black folks just wasn't working. Then when Trump came in office, we all got a job.
I'm just saying who was in office.
Obama
when these
was
things
in
happened.
Now, I'm not denying that, but
All
always statistics have to have something behind them. They don't just give you numbers. What's the reason? Because we just wasn't working.
My whole point is who's advocating for us?
Nobody now.
Okay.
Nobody's.
Right. Well, I got a problem with that.
That's according to you. I don't agree with that.
It's important to me.
I think you can only do what you can do. If you in there and you trying to pass laws and do things, and the people that pass, because you already agreed at the earlier top of the show that the president don't make the laws, the legislation. Who was in legislation then? Who were the
Okay, then. So why there's so many people so high strong on Project 2025 when we know the president don't got
There are
that
a
type
lot
of
of
power?
legislators that are a part of
Well,
that.
you need to make sure it's more important that we focus on who we put in the Congress.
But if we have a president who allows the people to do whatever, because they're all on his side, it's gonna you don't want a Republican president
How
and a
they all
whole
on this side?
Senate. You don't want that.
He don't get to pick who's in the Senate, who's in the Congress. We do that when we go out to the polls.
Do that, but they stay there for 6 years, so that means they get to roll through 2 different presidents unless that person sits for 2 terms.
All right, but we still get the vote. At some point, we get the vote.
We're gonna vote for them.
Going to be in the House.
That is our job, to go in those places and vote. But we all know the Senate and the House is a lot of. They had in 2018, I think it was, when AOC first got in. What year did she first go in? I think it's time for, whenever she went in, they had the largest class of women, people of color ever in the history. So then things start to change, but it's like steering a ship. You can't just turn it around like a sports car. It takes a minute to steer a ship. So if you got 6 years of dude X who is all about, well, go get your groceries on credit card, we're going to shut down the government, but you got girl Y or boy Y who looks more like us and they're trying to make laws, but ain't but 10 of them in there, how do you think that's going to go? Then you don't want to have the president who can't just veto everything. And they're not voting for the things that he knows will be helpful for the country because they're so busy trying to fight and have infighting. That's what you're missing. That is the problem you're missing. If you go back, I bet you if you look at what was going on in 2013 or 2000, whatever other year you noted for the statistics, I'm going to go do some research. Give me both of those years. I'm going to go do some research to figure out what was happening and who passed what. Because see, everybody's talking about border laws with Kamala. She didn't take care of the border. But they had a bipartisan bill that Trump would not allow to go through because he said it was going to make him look bad if they worked together and passed the bill. That's the kind of sugar honey iced tea that's happening.
Unfortunately, the way this thing works, whoever's in the president is the figurehead of the country. They gonna tend to get more credit and more blame than they probably deserve.
It's like the principal of a school. You are responsible.
All right, but when
you have teachers in there too, that they could lose their job, but it's still a whole bunch more of them than you.
And when the border was breached, and a lot of the foreigners started coming over, I was on the Biden. These are just the facts.
But if I don't okay, now what was the other year? The 28% in 2008, 13.
That was March 2011. That was the 16.
We got 2011 and 2013.
Right.
12.5% in 2011.
Right.
Okay, I'm not gonna have the answer probably today, but I'm gonna go do some research on 2011 and 2013, how it rose 15%, and I want to see what was happening. So anyway, is it time for us to have a break? I need to go get a shot of something.
But I got too much. I got so much, but we want to get to the other thing. We can do this whole thing another time.
You can with the people that you be sitting over there commiserating with all day.
I'm just speaking facts. I did my homework. I'm saying my sources.
Giving something behind it. You don't do research and then not give the reason behind it or the thing behind it. That's not how science works. That's not how science works. You can give me any kind of numbers. I bet there's something else somewhere that gives you a whole different number for them years. I bet you.
So I need to give you a reason why black people didn't have no job under Obama. I gotta give you the reason why.
Black jobs. Obama was taking the black jobs. According to Notty, Obama.
I mean, he's look. I'm gonna go to the break because
Arle needed. I need to go.
Because Arle is, and I'm gonna say this before we go to break.
Loose Nick said I ain't gonna leave the house for another week after this conversation. Hell no, I'm getting out. I'm going out and helping canvas for.
You need to get out. You need to speak with the people.
Oh,
and be a pillar of your community.
If my people keep acting ignorant like they acting, I'm not gonna be them people. I'm gonna pick another race. I'm gonna be my own race. I'm gonna pick some other.
Well, like OJ. I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Cockapoo.
Right. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Sometimes you just got to be who you are because these people putting plants in the White House, and then you be like, oh, this is black excellence. No, this is a plant. And if you can't, all right, I know. Let's take.
It is Black excellence for everybody out there that knows and loves me. It is still Black excellence. I don't care what Notty says. I don't care what numbers he gives. I don't care. It takes everything you have to get to some of these positions, and I don't care what Notty says.
I ain't even getting to how many bombs he was dropping
I
on.
don't even care what you get
Man,
into.
dropped over 26,000 bombs, but
I'm gonna use curse words momentarily.
All right, let's take a break for Arle lose our mind, and when we get back, we'll get to
Notty say whatever he want to say when we get back.
A Negro needs to know.
No, I don't care. He ain't even no Negro at this point. He's a plant. Notty's a plant.
Hey man, listen, the word on the street is real. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com. Everybody's talking about it, Doug.
Yeah, salted flavored caramel whiskey, sweet tea flavored vodka. Everybody and their mama. Chub Rock, Jerry Stackhouse, all the Stewies, the dogs and the poodles, and this dude too.
Dana Dane with fame, Dana Dane with fame. And look what I got, that Southern Edge, Southern Edge. Woo, baby, that's right, that caramel salted flavor, baby, is all you need in your life. This whiskey is fire. Take it from the great one, Southern Edge, Southern Edge, Southern Edge, full circle.
You heard the man, and you know who that is. The great Dana Dane with fame, showing love to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Now, Doug, he mentioned the salted caramel. Don't forget about the sweet tea vodka. Don't forget about the passion berry tequila. And don't forget about the S.E. Limon tequila, too.
Yeah, nightmares of the night. That guy, y'all don't know. If you under 50, you won't get that. But shout out to the great Dana Dane with fame, sir. Everybody and their mama is talking about Southern Edge.
I'm very proud, man. You can find more information about Southern Edge at www.southernedgebeverageco.com. But like Doug said, everybody's talking about it.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out.
All right, well, we back.
What's up, know-it-alls? It's your girl, Arle Michelle. I didn't have time to run and get a cocktail, but don't think I'm not going to be shooting up. I'm not shooting up. I'm just kidding. I might have to take a page out of Ryan's.
You dropped that whole bottle yesterday. I saw it. It looked empty.
I didn't. I still have some. I have lots left because I only have one.
Oh, okay. I
thought you managed myself.
Corner.
Somebody in there, was it Jungle? Somebody last night made me feel bad because I was like, I have a drink every day. Like, I don't touch this stuff. I was like, woo, I feel bad. I'm gonna be like Ryan. I'm gonna be on edibles in a minute, Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, Notty, what does a Negro need to know?
Well, I think last time when we did the Negro Need to Know, we discussed Amendment number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so today,
Free speech. Today,
we're gonna do Amendment number 2, which is
right to bear arms.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of the free state. The right of people to keep and bear arms should not be infringed.
We learned in criminal law that people often leave off parts of that amendment. There's some other parts of that.
Yeah, there's some other parts.
Well-armed militia, and people always leave that little part off. Why would you need a well-armed militia? Nobody trying to take your little guns, child. We're trying to take your AR-17s.
Well, I believe most of these laws were created definitely when they were originally created. It was white folks protecting themselves against white folk because they knew how
they know how
evil
they
was,
right?
Right. They had no intentions of us being citizens at that time. You know, we were given free labor at that time.
1776. Right.
Right. And if we keep going, you know, you'll see that the Supreme Court affirmed for the first time that the right belongs to individuals for self-defense in the home, while also including ex dicta, which means as legal writings, that the right is not unlimited and does not preclude the existence of certain long-standing prohibitions, such as those forbidding possessions of firearm by felons and the mentally ill, or restrictions on the carrying of dangerous and unusual weapons. So, you can. Here's a list. The ones with the green check bound, you can pretty much have those. You know, at your expense. I mean, I've been out and seen people go into the back of their car and pull out something that was in the car.
Number one, yeah,
right.
I'm looking to purchase. Somebody told me to get a Mossberg. That was what they suggested. The sheriff who came to my house one time, because I had a stalker. One of my former students was stalking me, and I had to call the police. And the officer who came, at first he was real nasty towards me, you know, older white man. Then he realized that I was for real being stalked by. He's like, "Wait, you worked at South Atlanta? Oh my God, ooh, it's rough over there." And he suggested a Remington, some kind of Remington half shotgun or something that I couldn't. Okay. I wrote it down on a piece of paper and couldn't find it. But I believe in the right to bear arms. I believe you should have that right to protect yourself. I don't believe it should. I think we should have stricter laws in getting the gun so that you can check and see if a person is stable enough.
See, this is one of those laws where I'm kind of torn between. You know, I really don't like guns myself. I think that people who carry guns either carry guns for one or two reasons. Either you're scared or you want to put fear into somebody else. You know, I do believe in that saying that no weapon formed against me should prosper. You know, but I understand why the law is in place from its originality, because at that time Britain was still trying to have some sort of control of what people was doing over here in America. Mm-hmm. And if the country turned or the army decided to come in and it was going to do a takeover, the people need to have a right to defend themselves against those other
Britain trying to come get us.
Right. Or even if it's your own government that was going to try to take over and do some crazy stuff, that you would have an opportunity to defend you and your family. You know, you can form a militia on your own and fight. So I agree with the principle behind it, but now we've gotten to a point where, especially in the Black community, in Georgia especially, like, you can just have a weapon. You can be concealed. You can, and these young guys, even not just young guys, but a lot of young guys, people just shoot people.
True.
And people don't fight no more because they're afraid. So the thing they go to first is just pulling up a gun, and they're not even thinking about the repercussions of what that means going forward for your life. You can pretty much ruin your life because you got a right to carry a pistol.
Yeah, well, I think that, so funny thing happened. Me and my son both went and got our right to carry and paid the money and waited forever to get I had my little license, I'll find it, my little thing. And then all of a sudden, Governor Kemp passed a bill that you didn't have to do the right to carry anymore. And I was just like, this is odd. And at the time, Keisha Lance Bottoms was our mayor. And she was like, let me tell y'all, that law ain't got nothing to do with y'all skin folk. Don't try it. I think he removed it as a way for the police to be able to come after us easier. Like, I thought he might have been concealed because everybody can have it and, you know, shoot us or whatever. Right. I do agree that I carry mine for protection. I am a believer, so I know God is always gonna my mama can't stand guns. She don't want them around her. My daddy has them, but they hidden somewhere that she won't know. She don't even want to touch them. Like, she's like, oh, if it comes in, she's like, oh, I don't want to touch you. Like, you can go in somebody's heart, because she is a doctor, and can massage a whole heart, but you can't touch a gun. It's the craziest thing. So I do think that we are using them. You know, you used to have a fight. If you was a fight, we just gonna fight. Mm-hmm. But now I think we have allowed these softest cotton kids, and our egos are so big, and the only way we can deal with you know, is to just end it forever. I think video games play a large part in that too. I'm not a gamer, and I don't have any issue with games.
Right.
I think that because they kind of raised our kids on some levels, that children had the wrong is the word presupposition. They have the wrong thought that I'm gonna get another life because that's what happens on my video game. So they can kill and then be like, oh, because when it was a 10-year-old recently, I think he was in Virginia, and I have to look up exactly where when we're on the break or next time, bring it back to the people. But he killed because his mama took the video game from him or something. And I really think in that young stage, in his mind, that's what he thought. So I think we should have the right, we're not trying to take nobody's rights from them. I'm not trying to take your rights. But if your rights start to infringe on my right for love, peace, and happiness, then it's a problem. And so all these people that carry and use the guns for the wrong reason, trying to keep somebody out or, for hunting, because people, you're not a meat eater, so that doesn't affect you. You ain't got to never shoot a piece of lettuce. But yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I just, like I said, this is one that has me torn because I understand why people carry guns. I'm not a believer of them, but I'm not afraid. I'm not. When somebody say I carry it for protection, that means you're afraid of somebody being on the offensive, so you're using it on the defensive. And if you're not using it for the defensive, then you're using it for the offensive because you want to make somebody afraid so that you can have some sort of power over them, whether you're robbing them or whatever you're doing to control that person's life. I'm not the one that wants to be in power over somebody like that, and I'm also not one to be afraid of anything or anybody, So like that puts me in this middle situation. But I get it from both sides. So
I don't understand the need to have it to hurt somebody. I don't understand. Like your initiation is to hurt. If mine is to protect myself, I understand that. I don't understand.
You have to believe
go to people's house and I'm coming to take a TV. Like I go get a TV. Go.
You have to believe that because that's one of the reasons what you vote for. United States use these guns, these planes, these tanks to go ensure that they on the offensive a lot of times. Make sure that you can do the things that you want to do. You want to drive to Mississippi. You want to go to New Orleans. You want to, they say, so that you can live free.
So I can be free.
Right. So they on the offensive a lot of times. They in the name of defense, but hell,
we always meddling.
Right. It was like,
but I get it.
Imperialists. So when you are a conqueror, your mentality is to always be on offense. You're going to conquer. When you
is that why men always on offense?
I wouldn't say that. I would say, and I hope I'm saying this right.
You probably know.
I think a lot of white men are on offense. I think a lot of black men and black people in general are on defense because a lot of times we play victim. And at some point, we got to stop playing victim and have the mentality of a conqueror and get on offense. But, that's just me. Let's get to some of this chat.
Yeah, let's see what the people saying.
I'm gonna start with Stacey McKenzie first. Trump and a donkey. The donkey win for me.
That's what my mama said. Biden could die. When Biden was still in the race, my mom was like, Biden could be in his deathbed. They could have him in a coffin. Guess who I'm voting for?
Right. I just watched Weekend at Bernie's last week. It's still a classic. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
like Bernie was selling dope. He bought a car. He had sex with a woman. He did all this while he was dead. I said, damn, Bernie doing more while he dead than most people get done when they're alive.
That's the truth. Hey, that would have been me and Biden. He would have been the president. I don't care.
But I feel Miss McKenzie because in my mind, I don't think anybody in their right mind should vote for Donald Trump. Like, I think
your life would be better,
no, I'm saying I didn't even think he would win the first time. It was laughable to me.
That's
I couldn't
why,
believe it.
Notty, that's the reason right there why we can say 2025 won't happen or they ain't no way they're gonna become a dictatorship.
Oh yeah,
that reason right there.
Right. I think
none of us thought it. We just said, oh, they ain't gonna vote
right.
for the Republican. We keep shrugging it off. Next thing you know, somebody said they're gonna go upside your head. They coming. Be ready to get going.
Once again, I think nobody in their right mind should vote for him. I think that it should be an easy win for Kamala, but I guess we'll see. I guess
we in racist America. It's in the fabric of it's in.
Well, if that's the case, then he gonna win.
Yeah, well, I'm
So
praying hard.
it don't matter what I do.
Let me say,
It don't matter if I vote or I don't vote. Either
if
he
you
gonna win.
don't vote, play my clip right quick while you talking about that. Play Michelle right quick for the people. Play Michelle. I love her, Michelle. Black excellence.
See how I work that in for you.
Thank.
I wasn't even sure if I'd be steady enough to stand before you tonight, but my heart compelled me to be here because of the sense of duty that I feel to honor her memory and to remind us all not to squander the sacrifices our elders made to give us a better future. You see, my mom, in her steady, quiet way, lived out that striving sense of hope every single day of her life. She believed that all children, all people have value, that anyone can succeed if given the opportunity.
The part that was the most important to me, and I thought about this when I watched it last night, and I screenshot it because I wanted to send it to you, but they didn't have all the words on the screen.
Right.
Remind us all not to squander the sacrifices our elders made to give us a better future. I feel like that's what people do when they don't vote. You said one day on the show, didn't nobody tell them to go out there and get in front of them dogs and get holes down and blah, blah, blah.
No,
And they had you said that you said that Dick Gregory, I don't know if you said you watched Dick Gregory, something about.
Me and Dick Gregory got into an argument one time over in the interview,
Right.
because how passionate he was. I didn't understand how, he spoke in his interviews to people sometimes, and I wasn't having it. I was like, you need to stop being disrespectful. We can have a civilized discourse if you want to. But he was telling me that back then they was getting lynched. They was getting murdered. So they was trying to not get lynched and murdered. So that's why they wanted to integrate, and a lot of those things, the laws that they made during the civil rights movement, they made for them at that time, but times changed because they, a lot of times what I say, a lot of the older people get upset at the younger generation because we walk through doors that they unlocked. Y'all unlock the door so that we can walk through it and do things a little bit different, so we can sit at this couch and so that we can turn on this TV in this room when y'all couldn't even get in the room. We appreciate that.
But when you get in the room, then y'all want to act like none of that happened. None of the sacrifice happened for you to even get in that room.
Like it never happened. We just don't need to. We just don't want to do the things that you want us to do. Now we're taking it to another level.
So you
and me voting for evil, or me putting my name vouching for evil, vouching for people that's not advocating for us, that's not gonna serve my spirit well.
But if you were in charge of an entire building, just say you had 100 employees, and 20 of them were different, 13 of them, let's give them 13 are all, you got 13 women, you got 51 women, but out of those 51 women, 13 of the people total out of that 100 are African American. 100 of them are, that means, what does that mean? 87 are other something. Most of them white.
Right.
You're going to make laws just for the 13?
No, you're going to make laws that's going to help your business run the best way it can possibly run.
Right. So if in fact, for America, because we're 13% of the population, and they're making laws about, and again, you cannot steer a ship and turn it around overnight. We didn't have 450 plus years of segregation and horror and all that
lies.
We need to turn the ship, but not. It feels to me like if you don't vote, even if you say they're evil, if you don't vote at all, then what statement are you making?
Well,
Let me understand your statement.
I think we'll do more impact by not voting as a collective. Because see, what happens is when you vote, it don't matter who you vote for. You can vote Republican, you can vote Democrat. You still vote for the system of capitalism. They all on the same team. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris on the same team at the end of the day. But when they start, they calculate these numbers. When they start seeing these numbers rise and they start saying the American people are not on the same page with capitalism as we want them to, they start to get nervous. Now it's time to get real change because people not buying in no more. But as long as people keep buying in, whether you go to the left or you go to the right, you still buying into the product of capitalism, and that's what I'm against. I can't vote for something that I'm against.
Socialism. What is
I'm into
how do you
humanitarianism.
govern billions of people? What is your solution to just let people graze
Well,
and do whatever they
I'm
want?
I'm not gonna sit here and claim to be the smartest person on earth. I've never done it. But I do believe that people, specifically black people, the people who taught the whole world how to be civilized.
But we've spent 400 years being screwed over, so we don't know how to do it anymore.
I get it.
If you gave us 40 acres and a mule right now, most of us will go buy a Gucci bag with it. We give it to them. Hey, take this. I don't even know what a vegetable is. Ooh.
That's my problem right there. I think because I've heard. Don't get me wrong. You're not the first person. I heard people tell me, black people, black men, what are we gonna do if white folks ain't ruling over us?
Oh,
and
no,
that scares me. That bothers me. Like, I think we are intelligent enough human beings to be able to figure out another system outside of capitalism that will still work for humanity. I don't think we have to be under some rule of another group of people just for us to survive. That makes no sense to me at all.
I don't think that's necessary. I don't agree with that statement, but I also know, I don't know if you've ever worked in a school or if you've ever been around young people enough where you've had conversations with them about how their minds think, or them having their own children and watching them cuss a child out or do. And then you say, hey, baby, don't do it. Bitch, who you talking to? I know you ain't just trying.
Why they doing that?
Because they was raised in a system.
They
were raised by some parents who they act like they wolves.
Okay. So when you go to public school, you understand that you're being taught under a curriculum that's designed by the government.
That's not a school thing, Notty. That's at your house thing.
I'm saying, okay. Whether you want to, we can go to school.
But what I'm saying is, I'm just wondering,
your music is programming. Your television shows are programming. The movies that you watch are programming. That's why people have the mentality that they have, because they're constantly being. From the age of 5 and up, they're being constantly programmed, and a lot of times, your worst enemy is your parents, because they help.
What's the solution then, Notty? What are you doing to make that different? Giving us 40 acres and a mule ain't gonna make that no different if we don't know what to do with it. You can't give. That's like giving a child a gun. They don't know what to do with that. You got to teach something. So what is your plan to help them learn something? They don't need to go to school no more. You agree with taking away
school. You don't need to go to school to be an intelligent human being. You go to school so you can be programmed to be a dummy. That's what you go to school for. You can get education right at home. You can get education. Dr. Seavey never went to school.
Who's
one of the most intelligent men? You say what?
Who is educated? If I sit at my house and I'm a homeschool my kids, I ain't gonna send them to the school. I'm not gonna send them. We ain't gonna watch no TV. We're not gonna. Who then educates us?
How have people been getting educated for thousands and thousands of years?
You didn't skip over some parts though. We got a whole bunch of. Again,
I'm saying a lot of things we have to undo. I went to school from kindergarten all the way through college. Went to school, and then when I got out of school, I realized I had to unlearn everything I learned from school and start to educate myself based off real life.
To play in this world,
and that's what a lot of people got to do.
These things that the people know. It's just that simple. You can't go to the table if you don't. Of course, we could create our own tables. All that stuff you're saying, I totally agree with it. But until you can get to that point, where's the bridge between we don't have it right now all together? Right. And we know we should. If we go back 400 years before 800 years, we're kings and queens. But our kids don't even know that. And it's our job to teach them. Are you going somewhere and pulling aside some young folks and saying, listen, bro, read this book?
Yes, I think you're gonna that's part of what we're doing here. We reprogramming. That's part of what we're doing. That's my thing. Let's educate. Let's reprogram. Let's give these truths. Let's speak these facts. No matter how uncomfortable, no matter how crazy it's gonna make me look and sound. But let's get to these truths so that we can break out of this spell that we're currently under, to where we believe that we can't wipe our ass without white folk.
Nobody said that, and ain't nobody.
I've heard people literally tell me that.
Well,
I'm gonna wipe my ass without these white folks.
You need to get them a book, since can they read? Where they go to get the thing? They're the same people that think Trump wrote them a check for $1,200 while they were in COVID. They're some same people.
He wrote them a check. They just got to pay it back. It was a
Trump
loan.
did not give anybody. That's why black folks. I like Trump. I heard a man say it on a video the other day. Yeah, Trump gave me a check. Trump did not give you a check. The government gave you a check. Just like your food stamps. Trump didn't give you them food stamps. Like I don't. And how is it that 4 years before that, when you were getting food stamps and payment, it wasn't George Bush that gave it to you? What is it? People have this obsession with Trump, and I'm just saying on both sides.
I think I don't know for everybody. It's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of racist people, whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. It's just a lot of on the black side. It's a lot of black people who could care less about who wins the presidency.
Because they don't.
But they understand that from their experience that just about no matter who was in the office, it didn't work out for them. They had nobody advocate for them, and the closest thing to it, no matter how minuscule it was Donald Trump. And people I don't
know how they think.
People will always remember how you made them feel.
Donald. Okay, well, it's sad to me that our uneducated selves think that, and we also think that we should get some money and some donkeys because we ain't gonna know what to do with that either.
I don't think reparations should be in money, because like you said, if let's say they gave every black person $2 million. At the end of the month, that $2 million is gonna go to a bunch of white folk.
But land is money.
Land is true power. True economic wealth is in land.
But you don't think.
And that's
my people own some land. The white folks came over there every chance they got to try to see if they siphoned off pieces and pieces of it, because my grandparents were older. We don't need as much. We had 200. It got down to 20. My uncle now owns those 20. He holding on to those 20, but they encroaching every chance they get.
And that's what we would have to do.
So just a note, me and my parents own a farm, and we go do farmers markets, and we go to places where people they get like WIC vouchers and stuff like that. And we come with fresh fruits and vegetables on those days. And they're to pick based on their voucher. They either have $30, $60, $90, depending on the number of kids they have these vouchers. These people, my people who get these vouchers, who are going to get fresh fruits and vegetables, have no idea what the fruit, what is it? What I'm supposed to do with this? I just know how to make. So land, you really think, and not that you shouldn't give it to me, but had you given it to me when we deserved it, because we knew what to do with it then. My grandparents worked land. They were sharecroppers. They understood that world. We've gotten so far from that.
A lot of us don't know what to do with the land.
6% of the people go into agriculture fields now. My dad is an agriculture person.
Yeah.
We don't even know how to grow our own. We couldn't save ourselves if we wanted to.
But a lot of us do know what to do with the land.
Doing it, teaching the people, helping them.
And that's the thing. The people that do know what to do with the land would need to educate the people that don't know what to do with the land. Well, I mean, they need to listen. If they don't want to produce on their land, and they don't understand that everything comes from land, everything that you buy, all the products that you buy, the clothes that you wear, the lipstick that you got on your lip, all this is created from land. If they don't understand what to do with the land, then at least they could lease off their land and forever have income coming in. You know how much land 40 acres is? That's a lot of land.
Because my parents have 66 down in the country, and we're going to put some trees on it. And then you got trees and timber, and it'll be for generations. Even though it takes 20, 30 years for the trees to grow up, it's generations. But I totally agree with you. But I've been around, unfortunately, students. I've tried to put my money where my mouth is to teach kids. This is not the way for you. Learn something, educate yourself, know that you come from greatness. I expect great from you. I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not going to just talk about it, because my daddy told me a long time ago, if you ain't going to do nothing about it, stop talking about it. It's very hard to unprogram, which I don't think is a word, children who go back to their houses every day with parents who are so used to depending on a system that has crippled them to think for themselves and know that this ain't the way. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother show in itself. So I just don't agree that we should be squandering the sacrifices of our elders. I just don't agree with that. And if that's how y'all might not see it that way, but that is exactly what's happening when you don't get out and exercise your rights to vote. I just don't see it. I know people, it's still the same. It might not be hosing me down and sicking dogs on me, but it's the same thing. You're marginalizing my opinion, my thoughts, what's best for me, my reproductive rights. That needs to be something at a federal level, so y'all can't take that away from me. If I've been raped by my uncle, he gonna go to jail, but I'm still gonna have to have a baby. That's not right.
No, I agree. That's not right.
So
I don't know. I disagree with that. That is marginalizing it. It's not.
Put me in the margins. I am no longer in the mainstream. If my vote is that's what marginalized. We are marginalized communities. We have food deserts.
No, you marginalize when you only get, when they tell you either can vote for A or you can vote for B, and ain't now one of them gonna work for you. You're already being marginalized right there. They paying you
new tire,
dummy right there.
If you can't afford a new tire, but you can afford a tire that somebody else used and they plugged it or something, so you just don't get no tire at all. Fuck it, I can't get no tire because that's how I
don't think that's a good
that is
analogy.
One is better than the other. A new tire is absolutely better, but I can't afford that. I'm not gonna not get a tire. That's like voting.
You would rather have a new tire though, right?
Of course, I'd rather have a new tire,
right,
but I can't get a new tire. So I'm gonna have to take one of them, and if I can't afford to get the new one is
so
better.
So you saying I can't afford you saying I can't afford a new tire, so I got to pick between these two bad tires
have this
liable to pop at any minute.
Society that you want. You're not about to have that right now. So you got to live in the world that you got to play the cards you've been dealt, and you've decided that you're not gonna play your hand. You're gonna put it down on the table and you walking away. That's what choice you make. I'm gonna be like, nah, I might not have a bunch of spades, but I'm gonna still stay my ass in this game until they turn this ship around. That's how I think of it. I'm gonna vote for every election there is because I know somebody died so that I could. That was my gift for my 18th birthday. My mama said, "What you want to do?"
Yeah,
I said,
you
"I
know,
want my right to
the
vote."
problem is the ship ain't gonna the ship ain't getting turned around for us. It's getting steered to the way that they want to go for them, and it's always been that way. That's my whole thing. We've in the history of America, we had all these white presidents. They always look out for white people, whether they rich, they middle class. They don't care about the poor white people. I already know that the poor white people, under some sort of belief that they got it made because they white, which is not true. But I'm asking, who's advocating for us? We get a black president in there, and things don't get better for us. I need, if you're a black president, I need something positive to happen for us where we can say, you know what? Every time there's a black guy running, we need to go up there and vote because X, Y, and Z have the unemployment rate drop for us. We live in better situations. We got out the ghettos. We got out the jailhouses. The murder rate dropped inside our communities. When those type things happen, then then I can say, okay, we got somebody advocating for us, but ain't nobody advocating for us. So why am I going to continue to vote on the system or vote for the head of a system where it really don't matter? It don't matter to me who win. Whoever win, I'm still going to do me at the end of the day. I'm still going to move how I move and under the guidance of the Most High Universe, regardless of Kamala win or of Donald Trump wins. It don't really matter to me. But if it matters to you, then you should go exercise your right to vote. And I have no problem with that either. Few more chats and then we're going to get up out of here because it's been about that time. James Cooper, economics are cyclical. Obama inherited a nation with the serious financial problems. I think every president that has ever been in office then inherited significant financial problems, considering that since I've been alive, America has been $1 trillion in debt. So
well, in 92, when what's his face, Lord, one of my favorite
George Bush was in 92.
Clinton did a good job of getting us out of getting closer to out of the deficit.
Yeah, by putting a lot of us in jail. That's what he did. Okay. Him and his wife.
I love Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I don't like Hillary.
And I know she and people, that was an error. They made a bad mistake. They really did. But I still liked them as I just But I guess because anyway, read some chat. So Loose Neck Side says, and I don't know how to make it go on the thing. They are fine with entertaining. They are fine with us entertaining them, but if we actually have something to say, they try to put us in our place. That was in my reference to Trump telling LeBron to just shut up and dribble.
Right, I don't like that. It was I forget the lady name who was on the telecast. She was the one that actually said, LeBron, you should shut up and dribble, and I disagreed with that. But as soon as we start having these rappers come up and they start speaking, you even had black people saying, "Oh, well, just rap. You don't need to." No, we all citizens of this country.
We need to use our
They
platform
pay taxes.
No,
You know, so everybody, I don't give a damn if you vote or not. You have a say so on anything. You can voice your opinion as long as you're a citizen of this country. As long as you pay taxes, you got you have a voice.
Naughty now. Wait a minute. That's like if you didn't help. It's kind of like my daddy's thing. If you ain't gonna do nothing about it, don't.
But just because you're not voting don't mean you're not doing nothing about it.
What are you doing about it?
You're just not signing your name on a piece of paper that says
what are you doing about it?
For this people. No, it's people like myself who actually go out into the communities and do stuff to try to help people. What you mean?
I'm asking. I had asked you earlier if you were working with young minds trying to help them understand that the school system is failing them.
Yeah, well, you know, you got these young minds, these people, they got parents who control their life and parents who, no matter what you say, they gonna send them to school. You know, I know a lot of people I know a lot of women who do homeschool their children, and they belong to a homeschool group, and those children are so much brighter than any child that I've ever seen.
My cousin's kids are like that.
Right. Like, so I'm a huge advocate of homeschooling. Now the problem is everybody can't homeschool.
Nope.
Because you gotta go to work and stuff like that. But even if I know,
and I ain't had the patience, to be honest with you. I just that was going, but maybe with a group of people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times we talked about it last week with the mothers getting rid of the fathers and all this. Like, are the children's best interests at mind? And I think a lot of times it's not. So you know, I think a lot of people are just really hypocritical when it comes to a lot of things.
But why is it you can go to school and then your parents at home teaching you good?
Yeah, but that's not happening. You go to school and then your parents be like, well, you went to school, you know, you a lot of times you go to school and your parents can't even help you with the work.
True.
So,
but I mean, in terms of teaching you, like, you know, where you come from and your power and, you know, how great, you know, people of color and all that kind of stuff. I think that was what I got the best of both worlds, because my daddy and mama knew I was going to have to fight in this world. We weren't about to move to some country and let the universe raise me. That wasn't what was going to happen. So I got to be able to function with these people that make the rules, and I got to know how to play by the rules and move up in the world and be intelligent, at least somewhat. And so I know both. My daddy always big on street smarts and book smarts. You got to know both. And you got to know about who you are and I went to an elementary school where they taught a lot of Black history and Black facts and Black power and all that stuff. I was blessed, even though it was a public school. It was just different because probably where it was over there in the AU Center. So anyway, facts.
Asians are 3%. And they got an anti-Asian hate crime bill. I mean, what was going on? They deserve it. I mean, I guess
he mentioned that we're 13% and we can't get them to pass the it's a bill. They said they're gonna get it passed if Kamala wins. That's what they say. They're gonna pass it. What is what is his name? He just died and he has a street, Freedom Parkway. He was a freedom rider. He was with King. He got
John Lewis.
John Lewis. It's a bill that they've named after him because it's time to re-sign the Civil Rights Bill. God, I couldn't get that together. Oh, I spelled
special. Civil rights should just be in there forever.
It should be. It should be.
Dems and Republicans are on the same team, I think. I agree with Notty. Well, at least one person, you know.
I mean, I bet
I got a lot of backlash in the comments, but I'm all good with backlash. My family prepared me for backlash growing up. I'm the outcast of my family. I've been receiving backlash my whole life, so it's nothing for me.
I agree that white men are all on the same side, but when we have to pick a side, even though they own the same one. It's some other stuff. That's complicated. But anyway, next up.
I'm all for disengaging from capitalism, but you got to disengage all the way, and not voting isn't even close to all the way. I don't necessarily.
I guess P Boogity is saying if you're not going to be a part of this capitalist society, you got to just move over there to Mexico somewhere and just live your best life.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. That's almost like them people that say, well, if you don't like what's going on in America, then just move out of the country. Like
I agree. I say this to people that don't like Atlanta. They got issue with Atlanta. You can go back
idiotic to me.
Came from. You can go back there.
Plus, them folk don't want to let me leave out the country, but that's a whole
that's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show right there. Yeah, I think we'll get one more in here. And Laura Ingraham, that was her name. She said shut up and dribble.
Okay.
That was her name, Laura Ingraham. I'll do one more from Freddie Mac before we get out of here. So now that your solution should be separatism. Give us our own and we do for ourselves. That's something at least. Yeah, it was I forgot what movie it was, but I agree. It said we got to create a different America inside of America without America. And
every time we had those places,
I think that might have been do the right thing.
They just burned them down.
Yeah, but once again, why? But once again, why is that?
Oh, because they got a mob mentality and we're great.
No, because they have a conqueror's mentality and we're always being the victim. At some point, we gotta stop being.
We were victims, though, weren't we?
Yeah, but we gotta stop being victims and we gotta start being conquerors. And as long as we're gonna keep being victims and then having this Stockholm syndrome to where we're like, okay, well, since this is the case, then I guess we're gonna have to deal with it. And we're gonna be dealing with it forever. And I just don't want to deal with it forever. I'd rather fight. I'm a rebel. But anyway, it's been good chopping up with you. I really respect your mind. I knew you were gonna have me bring out. I did so much research because I like Arle is intelligent. She went to law school and she know all this stuff. I'm gonna have to have my research, and then you only allow me to use 20% of my research.
That's okay. It's another show coming up next Wednesday. I got to go and see these numbers you talk about. I'm coming back with some facts.
Oh yeah, go do your research. Because I did mine. I need you to work too.
I love y'all know-it-alls. Notty might not be here next week because he might not be here, but it's all good.
Oh, and go check out Arle 2 movies. She got 2 more movies on Tubi.
I didn't know I was on Tubi like that. I'm a Tubi star, y'all.
Yeah, you're a Tubi star. I mean, hey, you gonna make Tubi start charging folk. So, what's the name of the movies again?
Oh, I found out this weekend. I found out this weekend from my cousin. I'm in a movie called 4 Minutes. I'm Not Nice, so y'all be ready for that. And breaking up is hard to do. I'm very nice. So you get the best of both worlds.
Well, I look forward to seeing both those movies. Look out for Arle tomorrow on the 2 Live Stools as she gives you the Arlewood report. Also,
and Notty for his Funky 4 and all of the fact checker. Recognize the fact checker.
Right, you know I come with the facts, so that's why I'm saying these people. But anyway, check us out on the Stools tomorrow. Check out those Tubi movies, and we'll see you next Wednesday at the same time. And we'll be breaking down Project 2025. So if you really want to go in depth about it and what it's really about, I suggest you tune in so you can understand what's going on in your country.
Say a prayer for me, people. I don't know why I have to dance all the time.